Hello and welcome to another episode of the What's Up Wenatchee podcast. And my name is Nikki Darling. And thank you for tuning in again for our weekly live broadcast. This week we are broadcasting from LanAcie Boutique. I'm going to get it. Just give me a second. Where are we? Okay. I gotta get. Oh, I know what I need to do. Hang on. I need to get this guy off of the screen. I think. I don't know. Help me. This one. This one. Where is it coming from? Here?
I think it's coming from here.
Is it still coming? Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. That's how you do a live show, people. All right. Now we are up and moving. It is Friday. Have you got the Friday vibes? I think I do. My name is Nikki Darling. This is the What's Up Wenatchee podcast. Every week we talk about things that are happening in around the Wenatchee Valley. We talk to organizations and businesses and nonprofits. And today's not going to be any different. We have a jam-packed show. This morning, it was kind of sad. I walked in to the Yogi Grind and had my very last cup of Yogi Grind coffee. And I am not ashamed to say that I cried. I definitely did cry over my last cup of coffee. And but they will give you all the details on their very last day, which is tomorrow, where we say goodbye to the Yogi Grind, but not say goodbye to Teddy and Elvis, because they are staying in town, and that makes us all very, very happy. We are going to be sitting down with a very good friend of mine, Mary Hart, and she is the owner and operator of the LanAcie Boutique, where we are today. So I know it doesn't look very exciting behind me, but once we show you what is behind the rest of the store, I'm actually going to show you that right now. Look at that. It looks so cool. Like, we have a really good view. I'm even going to take it has all really well crafted artisans and makers, as well as the entire full line of LanAcie Boutique products. So we'll sit down, we'll see, we'll talk with Mary about what is all in the store, and the really rapidly growing event that is happening next month, the Hop and Shop on March 25th, which is a pretty cool brand new event happening in the Wenatchee Valley, where you kind of get on a shuttle. You have the choice to get on a shuttle. There's a couple different choices, and we'll talk about it. Shuttle, and actually hop around on the shuttle and shop at a bunch of different places around town. And that's really cool. And then there's a bunch of prizes that you can win, some raffles, and Darling Productions will be involved in that as well. So we'll talk about that. And I do have an update on the Save the Mill, Cider Mill Pear Up campaign that is going on. There, it never ceases to amaze me. Where'd you go, Grayson? Come sit down. Grayson's with me today again, and it never ceases to amaze me, Grayson, that wherever I go, controversy quickly follows. I don't plan it this way. It does it, but it just happens this way. And because I am like the ultimate do-gooder. I try to do good wherever I go. So I don't know if people just think like that's sketchy. And so they're questioning the intentions behind the Save the Mill campaign. So this is my face.
Well, you see mine.
Right?
It makes no sense.
Like, if you know anything about me, this is like my face. Like, what? So we're going to talk about that. And I know you have some thoughts on that too.
I have some thoughts on it.
And I don't mean to laugh because this is such to me, it's such a serious topic because their kids are involved. Like Kevin and Stephanie Van Reenen, who are the owners and operators of the Cider Mill by Pear Up. Like they have moved their children out of the 100-year-old farmhouse that is on the Cider Mill property right now back to East Wenatchee after moving them there, thinking that this was going to be this is their life, like living on a farmhouse, working in a cider mill. Yeah. So it's breaking my heart. And the fact that people are questioning intentions behind this. So I want to, when that comes up in a little bit, I want to get you involved in that as well.
Okay.
Sounds
good.
Thanks. And I have a follow-up on my little conversation last week that I had with Jerrilea Crawford, who's the mayor of East Wenatchee, that actually has like developed into something. I'm gonna leave it at that. It has developed. So we're gonna go into that more as the show goes on. So there's so much to talk about, which is going to lead into a couple of different topics with East Wenatchee because they have a lot going on. There's a lot happening with the mayoral race in the upcoming months. We still have not heard of anybody putting their hat in a ring as intentions to run. So we'll keep waiting on that. They have until May. Anybody has until May to state their intentions. And I think we're just going to have to keep waiting because I know Frank is waiting on a couple of things to pass. He's already said that he's not, Frank Kuntz, the mayor of Wenatchee, has said that he's not running again. Jerrilea is running, but nobody has up until now said that they are going to run against her. But they might. We have no idea yet. Cannot forget. I kind of want to forget, but maybe I'll start with this. This is where I'm going to start today because I don't want to talk about it. So maybe I'll do the hard thing first. What do you think?
I think we should do the hard thing.
The hard thing. We can do hard things. First, Grayson, how was your week?
My week was short. Well, we had a 4-day weekend. It was President's Day on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the week flew by.
Really?
In a really weird way.
Oh, yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm not as busy as you keep yourself. So it felt like it flew by. What about you? It
did not fly. Well, I don't think it flew by for me. It was a pretty intense week. I'll just say that. I felt like I couldn't get enough. It was like one of those weeks where I couldn't get enough done. It was like no matter how much how functioning I was, productive. That's the word I was looking for. How productive I was at the end of the day. I was like, I still didn't get enough done today. Like, what else could I do? What else could I do? What else could I do? You ever have that feeling?
Yeah, but I tend to have that feeling when I lose a day of productivity.
Oh,
so yeah. I don't know if you were working on Monday, but
no, I took Monday off.
So
yeah,
there you go. I mean, because it's a shorter. Now you're like shoving everything into a shorter work.
That's a good way to put it. But you know what? I always kind of feel that way. I do.
Well, you run around doing a lot, so.
But I don't think I am the only person that is that way. I think there's a lot of, okay, I don't want to put anybody in a box, but there's a lot of moms working moms or even just working parents, or I'm gonna put those people in a box, fine, because I am all of those things. I'm a working mom and a business owner and just adult.
I'm just gonna call you a woman that wears many hats.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes you wear multiple hats, but I'm just gonna call you the lady that wears lots of hats.
But we all do. In different parts of our lives, we get pulled in different directions, right? Like we are either like, even if you aren't a parent, you can be an aunt or an uncle, right? You have these family obligations and you have work obligations, and then you try to have a social life, and then you try and have some time for yourself. Maybe you try and like have a health, like you go to the gym, or you try and join Pilates or yoga or whatever your thing is. And then by the time it's like you got like ropes. I feel like I have ropes tied to me and they're being pulled in different directions.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes you wear multiple hats. I think that women especially tend to wear more hats than men do. Just because
it's because we can actually function at a higher level than you guys.
Yeah,
and
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, we just are so much more efficient. We can actually multitask. Men can think they can multitask.
It's true. I think I can multitask all the time, and it's a big
They're not
fail.
as good at it. Me and Ryan are a perfect example of that. When I see Ryan looking on his phone and trying to listen to me at the same time, I stop talking. And then he still looks at his phone, and then it takes probably about 10-15 seconds, and he looks up and he goes, "What?" I'm like, "See, he's like, "I heard everything you said." And I'm like, "No, you didn't."
I've experienced this. I've actually seen this at work happen. And you asked him legitimately what you said, and he was like, "Well, see, I was gonna make dinner, babe."
Right. I was just about to do that. Yeah. But turn it around. And if I'm looking at my phone and listening to him at the same time, you bet your bottom dollar I know exactly what he said word for word, and I know exactly what's on my phone.
And he will still say that you weren't listening.
Right. But I am. I am. I'm very good at multitasking. Oh, we should tell people that you can interact in our chat, no matter what platform you are watching on. We are live on 7 different platforms between different Facebook pages and groups, and on Twitch, and of course the What's Up Wenatchee YouTube page, and LinkedIn. So wherever you are interacting with us from, you can put some comments and interact within the chat, and you can interact with each other and with us, and whatever you'd like to do. We love to have interactive conversations with you. We also have an interactive text line, and I'm going to go ahead and put that number up there for you. It is 509-795-5602, and that literally comes right to me. So if you text that, that will show up to me and I can respond to you, or Grayson. So
one of us will
you will get a response. We promise you. And we like talking with you guys because that's what this is all about. Especially as we start to get into topics that are that people have different opinions on. This isn't just all like, I guess it's kind of the Nikki show, but it's not really. It's supposed to be the What's Up Wenatchee show. Like, what does Wenatchee think about, and the community think about these things, not just me. I will tell you how I feel about these things, but we want to know what you think too. So going back to this, like this feeling of being pulled in different directions as just like a human being, as somebody who's wearing different hats, as a wife, as a mom, as a friend, as a community leader, as a voice, as all these different things. I went into this meeting with what is her name? Anna Lee, from not Anna Marie. It's Anna Lee from All Good Things, Crystals, Rocks, and Minerals. Right. So I really enjoy spending time with her, but it's uncomfortable. Because she has this just like this pure aura And so if you ever hang around somebody who has like that really nice pure energy aura, when you're like this is your aura all the time and your energy is like this, and you get around somebody whose energy is like, ooh, like your energy just starts to go like, okay, what's going on? Okay, this person wants me to calm down. It becomes very uncomfortable, but in like the best way, right? And just do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I do. I'm about to tell you that I think you need to go in there and you need a particular emotional stone that you can hold on to when you're around her so that you feel like you can, be grounded.
Yeah. Yeah. She does like these energy cleansing things. And I don't know, just like they try and make you feel better. But she was trying to talk me into doing this intuitive reading. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. Like she reads, like she gets these, like, she asks you first, can I like read your whatever, your energy? And like she just taps into it. I don't know. I don't get it. But I try. I'm open to it. You know me. I'm open. Like if it's gonna try and help me, like let's do it. Right. And I've been through a lot, and I'm open to any type of higher healing and higher growth. And so finally, I was just like, okay, I'll try it. So we did it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. And we videotaped it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you watch the playback?
No.
Are you scared or nervous to watch the playback?
I kind of want, like I said, we started with this topic because I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's why we're talking.
That's why we're talking about it, because it's hard and I don't want to talk about it. This is why I didn't want to watch back. But I promised Annalie that I would like creatively edit this video so people could get an idea of what intuitive reading would be like with her. But I have to do some very creative editing because it's like I didn't know what to expect sitting down with her. And I have major skepticism, as most people do, going into that situation. But I also am open. Like there's a side of me that is open to it, going, okay, well, let's see what you got, girl. Like,
so you're kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
You're not really sure which way to take it.
Well, I think that's pretty natural. I think most people go into it like that. Like, okay, well, let's see what you come up with.
See what you got.
Yeah. But I'm gonna remain pretty guarded. Right. And I'm just guarded all the time anyway. Like anybody who knows me, I'm a pretty hard nut to crack. That's putting it mildly. So
it's true.
It's true. It's true. So I went in there, we sat down, and I would say it took like 5-7 minutes. And she like poked a couple of different places, and it was just like, and literally the words that came out of her mouth were like, she's like this. And she's like, I feel like there is a rope tied around the middle of my body and I'm being pulled in different directions.
Wow.
Yeah. Like those were literally the words that came out of her mouth. Like she doesn't even really know me.
Yeah, that is
like what came out of her mouth. Yeah. It was so weird that like that was like she knows me based off of a business type relationship. So for me, I felt really blocked, and it was really interesting to see that like that was the energy that I was giving off.
Right.
And that's what she was getting from me. Because I didn't think that's what the energy that I was giving off. I like to think like, yeah, I know what everything is on the go. And no, she's like, nope, nope, you are like being pulled. And there was like some other things that came up, and about like some whatever. I'm an open book, like about abandonment issues and certain things about like childhood and it wasn't like I had given her much information and to go on. And I was like, I don't really know where this is, like, if this is really like a lot of people have abandonment issues from their childhood, so it could have really been anything, right? So it could go either way, but there were some really solid avenues that she went down where I was like, whew, girl, all right, that was heavy. It was heavy. Yeah.
I've never met her, but I have a neighbor who goes to her, and I've heard a lot of really good things about what she's able to do in some of these readings. So I'm tempted to go myself and just do it for myself. I think it's really encouraging because I sit on the fence like you, like most people do.
Right.
And not really sure. But my neighbor got me like this healing crystal, right? At first I was like, yeah, what am I going to do with this phallic looking? I mean, that's what, to me, I mean, I'm like, it looks like the Washington Monument in my hand.
Yeah.
What am I like?
A lot of them are like that.
Like back and forth. Am I just like supposed to pray on it? And then once I like discovered what it really was, what it's really all about, I did feel like it was helping a little bit. And so for me, that was really encouraging. And then she got me one of these emotional stones, right? So I could be grounded and centered with everything I've got going on chaotically in my world. And I was like, again, same thing. What am I going to do with this tiny little smooth, roundish stone thing? I'm going to keep it in my pocket. Try not to play with it too much. Like, what if I lose it? Like, oh my gosh, what if it's working and then I pull it out and I'm playing with it and I set it down and I lose it? Because they're small. They're not all big. They all come in different sizes.
I keep some like right in my fanny, right? My fanny. That's what I call it now.
In your fanny bag?
My fanny pack.
What kind of stones do you got?
Well, because she's been teaching me about like how different stones vibrate at different frequencies, right? And that's why they have different properties. Like some are healing properties, some are for love, and some are for healing, some are for strength, some are for intellect, anxiety, right? So I have I carry these two.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is, you can't really see the coloring. I don't, on this camera is not very good, but it's a blue lapis. And
very detailed.
Yeah. And not all of them are in shapes of anything. And really the shapes don't really matter unless like, I know like if they're in a pyramid or anything with a point, there's more energy like at that point, was what she was saying. This one is a fluorite in the shape of a little wolf face. And it actually glimmers pretty nice. I wonder if this one, a little bit better. Yeah. Look at that. And so, and the thing that I like about her store is the different sections have there's like labels of what each one means. And so you can,
it gives you a little blurb about what the stone does. Yeah. My neighbor's taking pictures and showing me. I feel like
I have so many pictures. Store. And it even says like, take a picture.
It does. I read that. But it's amazing when it tells you what the properties of that stone are for and what the purpose of it is.
So like fluorite is for, like strength and like inner strength and confidence, especially like in business and stuff like that. Right. So like I carry this one around, and it just so happens that it's in the shape of a wolf face. Because I think that resonates with me. Like have your inner wolf with you when you go, to try and do things and have confidence, right? And I resonate with trees and leaves. So like the little leafy lapis I loved. But it could just be a round stone or whatever. It doesn't, it's more of the properties of the stone. This is all the stuff that I'm learning anyway. So
what do you think with everything that you've learned?
I can get with the frequencies, right? Because I'm a sound geek. So I understand frequencies and waveforms and how they travel through air and you can't see them, and they travel through your body and you can't see them.
Right.
So that I can I can get with that. Right. So I can get that this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and like everything in the world is vibrating at a certain frequency, and then that will affect another physical thing that is also vibrating when you put it next to each other. So I'm applying science to spirituality.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how one should tend to try to look at it, with an open mind and an open heart, and see how it jives with you, because as human beings, we all put off a vibration, and each of us has a different vibration that we put off. And that makes sense, right? Because sometimes we really like people, we want to be friends with them because we have the same vibration, and some people we repel because we don't carry the same vibration.
Right.
And so the more grounded and centered we can be, and the more positive that we can be and put out, the stronger our vibrations are to others. And it's incredible. The more that I'm learning about it myself, so the more that I'm learning about it is it's kind of opening that door where I'm like this little bird on a fence, like, yeah, I see this, and yeah, I see that, but I'm starting to gravitate to, if I don't carry one of these stones in my pocket, I get really, I have anxiety. And it has nothing to do with the stone. I carry the stone legitimately so that I don't have a lot of anxiety in my day. I don't have to worry about having anxiety sitting in traffic. I don't have to have anxiety being at the store. And that's what I've noticed. So I don't know if you have like forgotten, like you took it out of your fanny pack and you like left it behind at home, and then just had like this weird feeling like you were missing something and couldn't figure it out. But I have had that moment, and I'm like, oh, maybe it does have a role to play.
Yeah, I had a friend who had a lapis bracelet, and lapis helps you with like focus when, you know, in work and staying on track. And she said she left her lapis bracelet at home one day and she felt like so scattered and was wondering why. I was like, you left your lapis bracelet at home, that's why.
Yeah. It's I'm finding that to be the most incredible thing, because it's a little different than when you forget like your phone at home.
Oh yeah,
it's a completely,
you'll know that
it's a completely different thing. This is more of your personal vibration. And once you kind of understand that vibration that you carry, which this lady can totally help anyone with, all you have to do is just go and get one of these readings like what you had, right? And it really starts to open up this whole realm of spirituality that maybe you didn't know was there, but it's naturally occurring. So there you go.
Well, I mean, I'm not sold. That's the thing. I'm not sold on it. And I told Annalie that. So, and as somebody who believes in like, don't have contempt prior to investigation. And I told Annalie, I said, I will not judge. I won't have contempt prior to investigation. So I'm still investigating. I have not finished my investigation yet.
Hey, I think so, more power to you, because I was like that in the beginning myself. And I'm a very skeptical person.
Yeah. So I'm still gathering intel at this point. So we actually have another intuitive reading scheduled for another couple of weeks. But I have to get over this one first, to be honest. I got a lot of processing to do.
You have some processing and accepting. Yes.
Oh, all right.
Hey, you made it through. You talked about the hard thing.
I did. All right. Yes. Can we move on now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do have some community events happening coming up. We know that the brand new basketball team heading into Wenatchee, their Bighorns, start their very first game in just 6 days from now, Thursday, March 2nd, 7:05 tip-off against the Seattle Superhawks. How do you feel about having a basketball team here, a professional basketball team in Wenatchee?
Well, it's a new league that is national. So I'm pretty excited. Being in the state of Washington, we have 2 teams.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be playing each other. And it doesn't mean we're going to be rivals, but like in semi-professional hockey, when you have more than one team in your state, it kind of makes you feel like big business,
Your
right?
big business, yeah.
But I don't really know a lot about basketball, honestly, but I am really excited. I'm actually thinking maybe I want to go because it's going to be against Seattle, just to kind of see.
Yeah, they're starting off with a bang for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we have these 8 conferences apparently in this new league, and there's 4 teams that are tied in our conference in the Pacific Northwest. And so having the first game be two actual teams from 2 cities in Washington State, and the only 2, is pretty incredible. You know, I'm pretty curious. I'm not gonna lie. And there's merchandise. There's a lot of merch that's already out there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they went.
It's
they went
like
balls to the wall.
Yeah.
I forgot that I'm on a podcast and I can do that. They went all the way out for this. This is full on franchise material here. It's good. I mean, I think it's gonna be good. I just don't know, like, because we've had the arena football and now the basketball, and we've got 3. Okay, on my end of things, because I like to just look at it from all angles, right?
All right.
As somebody who sometimes likes to go to the town Toyota Center to actually plan events, or enjoyed when the town Toyota Center planned their own events, right? They don't really do that anymore. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because they don't have any time to do that. Because they keep bringing in, they have either hockey games or now basketball games or
rodeo
or arena games, whatever, football games. Like they just have these outside vendors that are taking up all the dates. So when there's local people who want to rent the space, we have to find a date there isn't a sports game. And they're not, and the town Toyota Center themselves aren't really planning any events because they don't have to, because they're suitably making enough money by renting it out to all these sports teams, which is fine. They can. It's a good model.
I think the basketball is a good model. Again, like, I don't know a lot about basketball. I'm not a basketball person, but since the state has lost the Supersonics, basketball has been pretty prevalent. And then we got a professional hockey team, and that just, makes people really, really excited. So for Wenatchee to have a professional basketball team, now this isn't the NBA, this is the TBL, right? It's still pretty exciting.
The TBL.
And the TBL.
I've never even heard of the TBL.
And that's the league, right? It's I wrote it down somewhere. It's
the basketball league.
The basketball league. It's very bland.
TBL,
it's very, very bland. But I think it's a really good start to something that could come along. And I really hope it takes off. I really hope it gets young people out there and interested that love basketball. And now, hey, you're in Wenatchee, and you can go to a game.
I agree. I get it.
But yeah, we do have a lot of sports going on in the state of Washington. We really do. We have ours.
And do we have enough sports fans to meet is there enough of a demand?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, they were not selling out the arena. They were not selling out the town Toyota Center for arena football. They weren't. For the Skyhawks?
I don't think that arena football was ever something that would have taken off to the extent they thought it would.
But why then why would basketball?
Because we are the people of living in this state, living and breathing, especially us Washingtonians that grew up having the Seattle Supersonics around. We had that. And now if we really want to watch basketball, we have to go to Portland. That's our closest place. Okay. And we're watching, the
an out-of-state team. Okay, you make a really good argument.
So when I look at the thirst and the hunger of all the younger people, and then people our age as well, who grew up having the Supersonics around, it's a really big, important thing when basketball is brought back to your state, because that right there, they're gonna see, does Seattle really need an NBA team? And the only way to gauge that is the participation of the communities that are hosting these particular league. So our state, of all the nation, got 2 of these teams. That's a big deal. That does tell you that there is a market out there for basketball and that it is a big deal. So I'm glad that we're bringing this up to the community today, because I wonder how much of the community even knows that this is going on. And once it does take off, I think it's gonna fill the seats. I think it's gonna be no different than when the Wild play. I think it will catch on. I think it'll be like the Apple Sox. I think it will catch on.
Okay. Dude, that's a great point. I gave you a lot of credit for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I did not think of it. I like it. That's why I keep you around, dude. All right. Can we move on from the bighorns?
Yeah. What's the next order of business?
Well, we're talking about different events that are happening in the area. Another event happening a little bit later on in March is My Girlfriend's Closet, which is put on by the Women's Service League of North Central Washington. They are an umbrella nonprofit group that puts out grants to other nonprofit organizations within the region and all over North Central Washington. They used to just be in this area, and now they've expanded to the entire region. But they're really focused on like women based nonprofit groups and organizations. So like SAGE and the YWCA, and helping like single mothers or struggling parents. They do a diaper drive on Make a Difference Day in October. They do the Touch a Truck in May, where like all the trucks and stuff, and the kids, oh my gosh, we have to bring Trenton to that this year. Oh my gosh, finally the first year that he could be able to like really love Touch a Truck. That'd be great. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. But what their biggest fundraiser, I think like the biggest year that they did this, it's brought in like $80,000 is My Girlfriend's Closet. So what they do is they take throughout the year donated clothes. So gently used and new women's clothing, from shoes to accessories to sportswear to designer clothing. And they take all the donations, they go through them, they sort them, and they put up a store for 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
This year they're at the Valley Mall Parkway, or at the Valley. They're at the Wenatchee Valley Mall, where the Bed Bath Beyond
used to be.
Yeah, the big store, like the huge big Bed Bath Beyond store in there. They're in there, taking over the entire store. So you can imagine how much they could fit in there. And 3 days. And they sell as much as they possibly can. Obviously, it's discounted, right? Like it's used prices. And then all that money goes right into their fund to give grants to other nonprofits across the region.
That's pretty incredible.
Isn't it amazing?
All of their proceeds from that go for that. That's pretty incredible.
It is. It is pretty amazing. And it's been a really popular event every year, and it is their biggest fundraiser throughout the year. It's going to be March 17th, 18th, and 19th at the Wenatchee Valley Mall. So they're starting to get the word out about that. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that was coming up. Even as we move along today, we are going to get a chance to talk with Mary Hart. She is the owner and operator of the store that we are broadcasting live. So if you look behind Grayson, that's why I've been keeping you on screen so much today, because I want to make sure that we highlight as much of this beautiful store as much as possible. This is the LanAcie Boutique. It opened, soft open in November. And then did a grand open in December. The LanAcie line is all soaps, bath bombs. They've got beard oils and lotions, and they're expanding their line all the time. And it's all I use. It's all my husband uses. It's all my kids use. And I gave a box to Logan, who just turned 18, as you know, but I gave him like a box for his, well, it was supposed to be for Christmas, but he forgot it at the house. So he finally got it on his birthday. But inside it was like a beard soap and the brush, it was like a beard brush. There's nothing there, but he like loved this beard brush and the Phoenix smell soap, because it's like for an 18-year-old, it's like that's what they want to smell like, is this whatever Phoenix smell is. And he was just over the moon. He's like, oh my God. He's like, my girlfriend's gonna love me. It's like, I have never seen this 18-year-old kid get so excited. And it was about soap. I was like, oh my God, who knew? I
don't know. It smells good in here.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not a big smelly person, but it's not overpowering. So, I mean, and I've been able to be in here for a little bit now. So, I might have to get some soap.
That's what happens.
I'm a weird. I love different fragrance soaps. So,
if you wonder why I keep looking over here, Mary's sitting over there, and I just I like to talk to her across but there's like bath bombs and there's whipped soap.
Oh yeah.
There, she's got kids with the little rubber ducky things, and then there's other artisans too. So she's got all the other artisan stuff in there. Sealed. Oh, because her samples are sealed, so it doesn't become overpowering. Yeah. So there's like from like the little tykes and kiddos. There's where's one of your kiddo soaps? I got to show one of your kiddo soaps, because they are like the best, because they come with a little toy. Boop. Oh, water squirters. Yeah. So cool. That one is a dump truck. Sorry, this one's going home to Trenton. Sorry. Can't have it. What is it? It's a bulldozer. But what is it? But Bahama berry, is that what it says? Bahama berry and melon. Yeah, awesome. I'm sorry, you can't have this bag. This is going to Trenton. I'm sorry. She thought I was kidding. No. It's coming home with us. But there's plenty more where that came from. This is why I can't come in here. There's so many good things. All right, we're gonna get to you in like 2 minutes, and then we're gonna get to Mary, because I gotta sit her down now that I've teased talking to her for so long. And we're gonna talk about this right here is Hop and Shop, which is, my gosh, if you guys don't get your tickets to this like right now, you might be SOL on this thing. The tickets just went on sale, and literally everybody that I talk to about this is like, that is so much fun. We are buying our tickets right now. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to take your camera off.
All right.
And I'm going to let you get Mary situated while I talk about this little thing over here. And then we're going to get Mary Hart on and talk about this Hop and Shop deal. I will be at Hop and Shop at the way end. I'm going to do my own little hopping and my own little shopping. And then at the way end, there's a big old party. And you know, where there's a party, there's me, because I bring the party. So we're all going to end at the same place at the same time, and I'm going to bring the lights and the music and the prizes. There's going to be lots of prizes to give away. So I'm going to lead off that big old party for, I don't know, however long we want to party for. And so that brings me to just this past week was a huge milestone for me in getting my website up and fixed, because it was kind of glitchy on how to book me or Darling Productions for private parties or corporate parties or whatever. So just know that that is all fixed. And if you would like to book us for private parties or corporate events or kids' birthday, we love doing kids' karaoke birthday parties. You can do it right online. We do trivia and music bingo, and we do play games. It's all, I'm going to put that website up for you so you can, oh, I don't even have it on a banner. What is up? I'm going to get it on a banner. It's darlingproductionswa.com. And if you just go to book online, then you can book online. You see all our services. You see how much it is. You'll be able to look at our calendar, see which dates are already booked. And I would book in advance because I have some people that are have some stuff all the way into July, which is not surprising because people are getting their summer barbecues and birthday parties all settled in. So darlingproductionswa.com. And if you are a part of the Hop and Shop this year, you are going to get a coupon for 20% off your next private party booking. And so you can wait if you want and then use that coupon. Come on over. I am totally ready for you. Also, on darlingproductionswa.com, you'll see that we are partners with LanAcie Boutique and have been for a really long time. And on there is going to be a link. We're going to get you over to LanAcie.net where you can buy your tickets for Hop and Shop. They are on sale right now. When did they go on sale, Mary?
They went on sale Friday.
Friday.
And they're already selling.
Oh my gosh.
We already got people on the bus.
What bus?
The VIP bus.
Okay. I need you to get, I know you can be louder. Stop it. You are not soft-spoken. Don't even. All right. So we're really excited about Hop and Shop. This is like your brainchild, isn't it?
Yes.
So tell us, it's March 25th and literally we're hopping and we're shopping.
Yes.
From how many different places?
It's a total of 12.
Whoa. In a span of how many hours?
It's approximately 6. So depending on your experience that you choose.
So we're hopping, we're shopping, and then we're dropping.
Yep.
Yeah. At the end of it all.
Yes.
Because that's a lot of work. But it's a lot of like small businesses around town, places that people really want to get to. And so they have 2 experiences. You can either get on the bus or do a self-guided tour.
Exactly.
To all of these 12 different places. So you get a little card that has the different places on it. As you hop and you shop at the different places, you get your card punched.
Yep.
And if you get your card punched in different places, that can get you a raffle into some prizes, right?
Exactly.
And what kind of prizes?
Oh, it varies from store to store. So we've got All Good Things put a beautiful basket together. So, and then everybody's starting to turn them in now.
Yeah.
So I'm just starting to see what everybody's put together. Inner Grove put together a fabulous tea.
I was going to say, is that the tea place? Yeah.
Tea,
They're awesome.
So some of our stores that are right here in our community that we walk right past or we might not know, or that we'll be able to go in, experience and check them out and see what cool things they actually have in.
But that's what I like about it is that you chose like some places that you wouldn't normally stop at.
Yeah. That's what my husband and I do. We usually go to the place that nobody else goes to. So, and they always have such cool, abstract, different things and people don't know about them. Usually it's humble, quiet people that own the places.
Yeah.
So walk into some of them and the experience just walking in, you're like, how did I not know? I've been driving to Leavenworth or I've been going over the mountain to get these things and it's right here at Main Street.
Yeah.
That's how I was about the tea shop.
Yeah.
I did not know. So and I told her, I said, I didn't even know you're right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So I'm pulled this up because I can't because I can't remember all the places that are. Do you remember all the places that are on the route?
On the route?
There is on the route.
Yep.
Oh, it's right here. I've got it.
You've got
so All Good Things, Inner Grove Tea Company, Firehouse Pet Shop, Simply Unique. Ooh, Simply Unique. And
I love that store.
I would I don't know if I would make it to Simply Unique because I get stopped at Firehouse Pet Shop.
Yes, for hours.
Yep. And the bus is the Wenatchee Valley shuttle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wenatchee Wear, which people pass by all the time.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The Ye Old Bookshop.
Oh, that's my favorite place. Yes.
And if I didn't get stopped at Firehouse Pet Shop, then you would have to leave me at the bookstore. I
Yes.
think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Time Capsule.
Yes,
My gosh, you picked such good places.
Yeah, and that was a new, unique one. I'd lost my husband in there when we went in. Yeah.
Tumbleweed.
Mm-hmm.
And Mountain Chick Floral.
Oh, I know. I kill plants, but I love that place.
Well,
I do. I just have to. Keep
I bought you
back.
a gift from that place.
Yes.
It was a notebook that said the plants may be dead, but all the kids are still alive.
Yes,
right.
Exactly, and it's very appropriate
for both of us.
Yes,
for both of us. Neither of us have a green thumb. And Henry Harrow.
Yes.
Beautiful store.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have to like close my eyes when I go in there. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know the pillows and pillows and pillows.
Don't touch
and
anything.
Yes.
I can't bring my kid in there because I'm like, I don't know what he's touched. And then he's going to try and touch everything. And then I'm going to have to buy it. And then I'm going to have to take out a loan. Right? Because everything looks gold plated.
Yes.
Like it might be 24 karat gold. I'm not quite sure.
It's a gorgeous.
I'm going to be in debt to the owner of this place.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a beautiful store. It really is.
It is.
Yeah, they're great. They're really nice people too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you have some really great stores on here, worthy of hopping and shopping.
Yes, and the people behind it are equally.
Yeah,
every one of them, like it's, and a lot of those are first time me meeting the owners, but the personalities and the I can and sure I'd love to do something with the community was huge.
I think I know almost all of the owners except Inner Grove.
Oh,
that's the only one I haven't met.
Yes, she's very soft spoken, but she's such a wealth of knowledge
about tea.
Yes, and her store is beautiful.
Really?
So yes.
Oh man,
you need to go.
Does she do like tea times?
Oh yeah, she has. When you walk in there, she already had tea going that you can test when you were in there. Because I left my cup behind by accident. I got all the way to the car and then remembered.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, that's definitely a have to go for sure. And then so you can either do the shuttled day VIP experience where they drive you around, hop on, hop off the shuttle, or you hop in, hop out your own car and drive around. So you have both of those experiences. You can pick those, buy your tickets, buy your spots. There's only a certain amount of spots, right?
Yes. The VIP, there's only 34.
Okay. But the self-guided is an unlimited amount. Okay. Perfect. But if you want to go VIP, then...
Plus the VIP gets to actually go to the raffle drawing.
Oh,
the others will be viewing
right.
it on Facebook Live from the comfort of their own home.
Okay.
Or their car or wherever they are.
Well, I kind of like that because not everybody is a party in person kind of person.
Yep. That's why I did two different ones.
Yeah.
I have friends that are want to do things their way, and I have friends that are like, spoil me, drive me around. So
yeah. I would be the spoil me, drive me around only because or else I don't know if I would make it through the entire experience, right? I'd be like halfway through and I'd be like, I'm going to stay at the bookstore, right? And not make it all the way to the end.
Yep.
Find me in the corner
to get back
with a cup of tea.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be me. But you could also do that. You know, there's if that's your thing and you want to be self-guided, but you do have to have your tickets punched. And if you want at the end to be in the raffle and if you are self-guided, you can put your stuff in. You have to have your stuff punched from all the different places. Is that right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Yes.
So even if you are on a self-guided, you can still be in for all of the raffles.
Yes.
If you get your tickets punched at each of the destinations.
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
They'll return their tickets back to where they started at. And then the bucket of tickets will go down to Class of a Glass, get added to everybody else's. And then that's when the drawing will start.
Wow. You really figured this out.
Yes. Keep everybody, and they're an hour apart from each other. So the overlap shouldn't be overwhelming for any of the store owners.
You know what I really loved about this, Mary, is that I legit think that you are a marketing genius.
I work in marketing.
Well, yeah, because you work in market. Like people don't know that unless they know you.
Yes.
And like outside from doing this and soap and bath bombs and all things like that, you work in marketing and data.
Yep,
like that's a very different part of your brain.
Yep. Left side, right side. Yeah.
Totally. And when you were putting this together, you were collaborating with Nancy Barrett from Class with a Glass.
Yes.
Who is also a beautiful brain and a beautiful human who I love.
Yes.
And so I loved watching the two of you collaborate on this project. And I got to stand back. Yeah. And watch the two of you.
But you will be there to entertain.
Oh, I will. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will be there. I promise. I will be there. Yeah. No, but as the planning happened, it was unique for me because usually I'm like all hands on deck and all my hands are swirling into the planning. And I was not, I was part of it, but it was really the two of you for the first time working together in a collaborative effort and figuring out how that was working and how you two could work together if that was going to work.
Yeah, she's an amazing being.
And it did work. And you guys worked beautifully together. I just love small business. I love business collaboration. Like I love it when we can bolster, like high tide lifts all ships. And you said something to me the other day when we were talking about this, and you said, I got way too close to Hop and Shop.
Yeah.
I just got way too close. It was all, I just was trying to do it. And then Nancy looked at it and what was it? She tweaked
the actual story of what it is so that others can understand.
Yeah.
And that would be my right brain because everything's a task. So I got this covered. I got that covered. I got this covered. This is what you do. Get aboard. Come on, move it. And she was like, there is a story to be told to have people want to experience this. And she did it very eloquently.
Right, because that's what she does all the time. Right, she's putting up these events for all of her classes online. Like she does that all the time. And who would know? Like you are a genius at marketing, but sometimes we get way too close to something.
No, I read it and I was like, I just wrote a shopping list. There's no story behind that. Yes. Please help.
Yeah. Somebody was going to look at this and be like, okay.
Get your ticket, get your bag, get on the bus.
Right.
Exactly.
2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly.
Right. It's like march and shop.
Yeah, march and shop. Yeah, exactly.
Holy cow. So I just, I don't know. To me, like that has been a joy of doing this with you. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think that's a big reason why we do small business collaboration, because we are a lot of just like small. I mean, I don't even look at this as like small, honestly, because this is a big deal. Like you're
one of the vendors.
Oh, cool. Hi. Hi. Which one?
This is Dream Tweet. She's dropping off some of her products.
Oh, cool. Oh, the little crochet dudes.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that a mushroom?
So, grab one, bring one over.
Let me see one. I want to see a little mushy room.
She is amazingly talented.
Oh my goodness. Let me see this one. Look at this. Oh, yoy. Yeah, so let's talk about your store's business model and how you kind of came upon that. Look at this guy.
Well, my husband and I
Dream Tweet. Oh, sorry. Yep. I'm gonna.
It's got her. She does really well. It's
tweet,
branded. It's washing instructions.
Crochet.
Everything.
Stop it.
Yep.
Stop it.
Yeah, she does. This. It's.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, oh my goodness. Dream Tweet Crochet.
Yep.
Amazing.
And later this summer, we're hoping to also do a pop-up so that all the vendors here, because I purchase from them, but I'm not able to get everything they can do because they're so talented. but they'll be able to bring everything that they do to get people options to be able to
Here, I'll
see
do
it.
this one here.
But we'll talk about that in another time. But that is one thing too. I'm going to
Yeah.
have them do. So, because look at that. I mean,
It's so cool.
I can't do that.
I can't do this.
I can do wonderful paper stuff. I am artistic with my.
You do.
soap
You
and
do
some
really
other-
nice
some
paperwork.
other- but
But see,
knitting
if
or
you would have
crocheting, no.
if you would, this words that I never would have thought come out of you do really good paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
But but like
Bookmarks.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, paper.
Paper. Yes.
Oh, is that a little octopus?
Yep.
A little octopus. Very cool. Oh, there's his eyes. Don't give this to Ellie.
No.
No,
That lasts like
that's
2
her
seconds.
her
Yeah.
puppy at
That
home
eats
that
everything.
chews everything. Very sweet. All right, so tell me about this. I mean, I know this story, but I want to share it with everybody else about you were making your product line,
Mhm.
which I've talked about so many times. But if people want to look at it, you can look at it. I'll put the website is on the screen right now, so they can see it. It is soaps, bath bombs. Now you've expanded
It's
to
lotions,
lotions,
body butters,
yeah.
bath salts, yeah.
beard oils.
Yes, beard oils, beard balm. He's
Your husband has gotten in on this too now.
He's in on it.
You have wrangled him in.
Yep.
But then you got the opportunity to actually open up a storefront because you were only doing this out of your house.
Yep.
You were selling at the artisan markets.
Yep.
You were doing the hustle.
Yep. And online. Yep.
And online. Yeah. And then you got the opportunity to open up a store. Has this always been like the dream or
Yes.
what?
Yes. Mhm.
And
I'm on my path
it's
of what
scary.
I dream of.
It's
Yes.
really scary. And I've been with you through this entire process. But when you were going to open up the store, I don't know if I necessarily knew that it was going to be this wholesale model that you
Yeah.
have going on.
Mhm.
So how did that come about?
So I make soap. And if you open a store that just has soap, you're putting yourself in a little box. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. And all my friends made something. And if they opened a store, they would just be selling that one thing. And during all of those years that we had been going market to market, we made friends along the way. Like the first rainstorm, we didn't have sides on the side of our tent. People came running with their sides and put it up. Who gives up their side of their tent for some? I mean, it's those type of people. But when you go with the vendors doing those, you do make that type of friends. So when I first started here, I believe enough in several of those vendors that I said, I will buy your stuff wholesale. If it doesn't sell, that's my problem because I believe in you. And the one thing is they dictate what the retail price is. And I don't deviate from that unless we work on it together to do that.
Right.
So that I'm never undercutting, they're never undercutting, that type of model. And we both grow together. If they have a customer that needs a drop off and it's not necessarily something I sell here, they bring it to the desk, their customer comes in, it picks it up. They grow, I grow. We're both helping each other. So it's a community, almost like a co-op, but it's a community.
Yeah.
Community. And then word has got out from vendors that I currently do to other vendors. And now instead of me seeking out vendors are coming in
Yeah.
wanting to be part of it. So I can see it actually moving, growing, and getting to where I want it to be without me seeking out, and beautiful stuff. So
When you were first opening, so many people were asking me because I was helping to get the word out for you, were asking me if you were consigning the
Yeah.
products and adamantly said no, not consigning. You were actually buying the products wholesale from the vendors,
Yep.
which I thought was brilliant. I continue to tell you that is a brilliant idea, but not everybody would be in a position to be able to do that, as opening up their first storefront.
no, I'm definitely all in.
Yeah.
But-
It is a financial
Mhm. No, I only move as
undertaking.
fast. I have a list and plans, and that's why I always say something's coming. Those vendors know who they are, and I try to put them on the calendar. But it's gain capital by another vendor, and gain capital by a vendor.
Mhm.
So I am the first 3 years will be just constantly reinvesting and getting to where we need to be
Mhm.
and how we need to run it. But it's so far it's working. So there's still a
Good
list,
for
and
you.
the list is growing. So I even went to the flower show that was the garden and flower show in Seattle. And I didn't think of it in the perspective I was going to the show, but I met some of the vendors and they found out I had a shop. And then it turned into a conversation. And I was, yes, love to have that in my shop.
Mm.
And meeting vendors that are also local. Some of them were right, part of the mountain over or on
Right.
the other side of the mountain, but I had never even thought about it in that perspective as well.
Right.
But those are our local economy. They travel over here like to our apple blossom. and
Sure.
to our. So that was an interesting moment when it took that turn, because I didn't even bring business cards. I was looking at flowers. I was
just looking at flowers.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I mean, what do you think your capacity is for this store? Because how many vendors do you have now?
We have grown. So
like when you opened,
yes.
I was like 10 local artisan vendors.
Yeah, no, we're probably about like 13, 14.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
you just added Yeti, right?
Yes,
I was like, Yeti
yes, that is
chocolate.
really hard
You
too.
couldn't even keep that salted chocolate caramel
Yeah.
pretzel thing on
can't
the
tell I did
shelf
the
yesterday
ordering.
because I ate the whole thing.
Yeah, and you can't tell I did the ordering. It's like caramel. I'll take caramel, and I'll take some caramel,
Yeah.
and dark chocolate, and some caramel.
Some caramel.
Well, we haven't that's my husband and I had the conversation. We have plants that are actually on the floor, and we have wall space that is not used.
Right.
So we have a
You
lot
have
of
some
room to
potential.
grow in here. And plus our current landlords that we have here are fabulous people. So I think our potential to stay here and do well will be great.
I think you're going to be doing great no matter what. You are. I mean, the model is brilliant. And the fact that you base it off the fact that you are supporting the people who supported you in the beginning.
Mhm.
And then that's only going to come back to you, I think, tenfold. Right.
Well, and the quality of those people are amazing. So,
well, that helps.
I
mean, that helps.
They're just good, genuine people.
Yeah.
So, and that is the one thing that I have said from day one when somebody becomes a vendor here, that if there is a community event or something like that, and I want LanAcie to be involved, it's not just me and my husband and the kids and grandkids. It is all of the vendors. When I say LanAcie, it means everybody.
Right. And we should mention, like, this is like truly a family business for you, is it not?
Yes.
You talk about your husband, but also your kids and your grandkids.
Yes.
They are all involved.
Yes.
Your husband helps you actually make the product.
Yes.
And your kids work the store.
Yes.
Your grandkids help you do all of it.
Yes.
So
that's just my one daughter designed the bee's knees that just came out. Yeah. And my oldest grandson that is here in town actively can check people out.
So cool.
He knows how, and yes.
How old is he?
He is 11.
11.
He also knows how to make the videos. So some of the videos are actually all put together by him.
I'm sorry. I'm going to poach him. He is now an employee of Darling Productions.
Yes. He absolutely loves taking, and he takes some of the product pictures as well. All of the decorations that are on there, they help punch. They help put on. They have their own little aprons.
It's a labor of love for sure. If you look at one of your just bars of soap, it's not just a bar of soap. It has character and
yes, I'm known for the
detail to it.
Yeah, design and stuff.
I
do
marketing genius. Like I said.
Yeah, I want it to look pretty. Presentation. It's more than just a bar of soap when you're giving a gift. So it's a smell. The smell will jog people's memories. So sometimes when you're giving something that has a smell, it can bring back grandma, or it can bring back, something that you think about. And then if it also looks good, it's not just a bar of soap then. It's a gift, a present. So that is why it is wrapped appropriately.
And we've talked about why soap in the past. So if
Mhm.
you do want to ever hear my original interview with Mary, because we have done interviews in the past, we did talk about why you got into making soap and the history of that, and in a different interview. So you could go back and listen to that in full, because that was a pretty good discussion, and we're gonna get you on the program even more in the future. But I just love you.
Well, thank you.
And I'm so proud of you. Honestly, I'm so proud of you for doing this. Like, I remember when you said that you were gonna do this, and I was like, no, she's not.
Oh yeah.
And then I went, oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. There's no way that she's not gonna do this. Like, she's gonna do it.
Painting, tearing up carpet.
Yeah. Yeah. Full
Emptying out my house with
you
all
went
of
full
the
steam
things.
ahead
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Yep. Collected cabinets for years for it.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it is a beautiful store. And I don't know. What do you think your biggest challenge is with the store?
Location, because we are in the back of the store. That's probably our biggest challenge.
Okay.
But our name is getting out there. So, and doing like Hop and Shop and joining with some of the other ones that, like I said, you can be on the main street and still get walked right past.
That's true.
So, yeah. So, it's just going to take some time to interact more with the community. And I'm looking forward to that. Chamber of Commerce has been really, really nice. Amy has been a pleasure to work with. And
did you hear that Amy's leaving the Chamber of
Yes,
Commerce?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that sad?
Yes.
Ugh.
We're very, very fortunate to have got her.
Yeah. Well, I believe she is going to be heading up to Mission Ridge. Yes.
Yep.
Well, I know that people are finding their way here slowly but surely.
Oh,
Hop and
yes.
Shop is going to help, and I will continue to educate people on your location. I think the hotel helps. They're right next door to the new Avid Hotel on the north end of town, so that is a good landmark. But the first time you find it, then you'll never forget
There's
where it
plenty of
is.
parking.
Yeah,
Yep.
there is plenty of parking. And you can come here and then the Crystal
The
store.
store,
Yeah.
yes.
And then you're broke, so go home. Between these two places, I could spend all my money. Like, I come to this parking lot a
There's
lot.
some other wonderful businesses within the building.
There is.
Yes.
You know me. I just come park in the parking lot, and then I'm like here for, however long. I just go boop, 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 boop,
Yep.
boop.
Sometimes you can walk in here and you'll hear little feet because there's a dance studio
Oh.
above us. So they're doing their lessons up there.
Isn't there a yoga studio there too?
Yes, but I think it's at the other
Oh,
side.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those ladies are quieter.
So we get to go to Hop and Shop. I will be at the end. I don't get to go on the bus.
No.
Darn it.
That would make that a party bus, and then the whole line that I sign at the bottom.
I was
would
gonna
be
say, that's
null and void. I put my name on that. So
That's a different limo service.
yes, it is.
Can we do that for Mardi Gras next year,
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh, yeah. that'd be
Okay.
fun.
All right.
That'd be fun.
That'll be next year, but this year it's Hop and Shop. March 25th. Get your tickets now at this website right here, LanAcie.net. And there are two options. Let's go through them, Mary. First option, you got the shuttled day for the VIP experience.
Mhm.
You are going to get on the shuttle where?
At class.
At Class with a Glass
At 10:45.
at 10:45.
Yep.
And then the shuttle will leave there. It'll hop you around and you will shop at the wonderful shops. And then it will bring you back to Class with a Glass at 5.
No, at 3:15.
Oh, at 3:15.
And
Oh,
then
it does. Yeah, it does
at
say that. 3:15.
Yep,
And then the party happens.
at 3:30. So the tickets have time to get from LanAcie at 3:00 because they have to be turned in by 3 over to Class with a Glass to start our raffle.
Okay. So 3:15 back to Class with a Glass for the people on the shuttle. And then the party will start in person and online at 3:30.
Yep.
And the people, then the second ticket option is for the people who are self-guided. And then you can start at 10.
Yep. You
from
get a head start.
LanAcie.
Yes.
You get a head start. Then you self-guide yourself to all the different shops, get them punched, make sure you get all your tickets punched. And then you head back to LanAcie by 3.
Yes.
To hand in your tickets, because those tickets head over to be added to the rest of the ticket pile for the raffle. And then you can join the Facebook Live for the party.
Yep.
And the raffle drawing. And we'll do all that online and in person. You can get your tickets. The self-guided tour is $35. The shuttle is just $20 more for $55. So if you want that VIP experience, you got to get them now because it will.
Limited one.
There's limited seats.
We've already sold tickets. So.
Yeah, it is selling, and there's only limited seats on the shuttle. So as soon as those seats sell, you got to go self-guided at that point, which still is pretty cool, but you just won't be on the bus, right? And then we got the VIP raffle event at the end, and I'll be heading that up, which will be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yes, that should be a lot of fun.
There are 12 raffle prizes plus the grand prize, which is $225 prize amount on that grand prize. So definitely 3-4 times the amount of that of the price of your ticket. Definitely worth it. This is going to be a fun one.
I hope so. That's what we're trying for.
You hope so? Wow, Mary. Do you want to try that again? Let's just like back it up. This is going to be a fun one.
We'll go with that. Yes.
Mary!
It's going to be one you don't want to miss.
All right.
There we go. That's the spirit.
I love you so much. I really do.
Love you too.
Thank you for being with me. I'm going to let you go now.
All righty.
Enjoy the rest of your day. And what is your lovely name? Brittany. Thank you for your awesome. Okay. Let's show it one more time. Look at this cute little thing. Okay. Oh,
that's new stock today.
New
she's
stock.
Just bringing in.
Dream Tweet Crochet, available only at LanAcie Boutique.
And she is all over the place.
She her stuff is all over. But this little guy, if you want this little guy in particular, this one's here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one's here.
But you can look at, she's got a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah? Cool. They'll be here for Pride also. Awesome. All right, Mary. Thank you.
For having me.
I love you so much. Hey, Grayson. Grayson. My here. Oh, this. What do you want? Take it. This got unplugged. I lost my stuff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know what you did to me.
You're plugged in, so I don't know what happened.
Okay. It's okay. So thank you all for being with us today. In case you're just tuning in with us, this is the What's Up Wenatchee podcast. My name is Nikki Darling. We do this live every Friday between noon and 2. If you are just kind of new to the podcast, this is our 3rd season. We have 2 previous seasons where we were an audio only podcast. So there's 2 seasons worth of podcasts of interviews with me, with people all over the Wenatchee Valley. I'm just trying to get this computer up and running again, but so if you don't see me looking over here, that's what's going on. So you can go back, you can look at Spotify or anywhere you get your podcasts, and you can catch up and like binge listen to 2 seasons worth of What's Up Wenatchee episodes. And then starting in January, we did season 3. We switched over to this video first, and we have all of our back live podcasts archived on the What's Up Wenatchee YouTube page. So if you go to What's Up Wenatchee on YouTube, you click the live tab and you'll see the archive there of all of our past What's Up Wenatchee video episodes. And we're going to try and get them back up, also integrated onto the audio as well. I don't know. We got to figure that out. We're still growing. What's our motto?
We're getting better every day.
Yes, we're getting better all the time, for
Or
sure.
that.
Yeah, yes. Sorry.
It's
Yeah.
close. Sorry.
It's close.
It's close. I hope that was not a pop quiz that I just.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
It
that's
wasn't.
good.
And actually, the best way that you can keep up to date on all videos and audio and all extra content that is coming out is through our Supercast subscription. We do have four different subscription levels through our Supercast. So you can be a darling, a just saying level, a super supporter, or you could be a lifetime member. And they have different subscription amounts per month, but we do giveaways. We're going to do exclusive only interviews and all different things. We're going to find fun ways to get and give things away. I know if you sign up, we are going to give you a I didn't bring it in, but we have those cans of the Safe Light Auto Glass Professional Glass Cleaner for the first certain amount of people. As many cans as I have, I will give away. So the first so many people that sign up as subscribe, I will send you out a can of that professional glass cleaner as a thank you.
It's amazing.
It really is good.
In case you missed that in the last podcast that you had spoke about it.
Yeah,
It's
really
probably better than a lot of other things out there when it comes for cleaning your windows and mirrors.
Right? Well, it's like professional. I don't know.
It's like professional.
It's like professional.
Is
it is professional, but
it's the real deal.
It's stuff that I don't think you can buy, to be honest. You have to know a guy. And I know a guy.
I don't know the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
See,
I know that if I sign up for a podcast, I potentially could get a can of this magical professional window cleaner.
Yeah, the thing that I like about Supercast, and I put the website up there, www.supercast.com is how you do it, is because it's different than Patreon. You know, people send people over to Patreon to support, and you could do kind of the same thing. You can give people exclusive content, and they have to have this subscription model, things like that. But the thing with Supercast is that you can actually subscribe through wherever you listen to your podcast. So Spotify or Google Podcasts or Apple, and it will update you through that app. So even if it's like video content like this, it will update you that something new has come through. So it's the best way to stay updated about what is going on, as well as subscribing to the actual channel that you are most active on. So Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or LinkedIn. Is anybody most active on LinkedIn?
Professionally speaking, I don't know. I haven't looked at my own LinkedIn in quite some time.
I know.
Quite some time. That's not good. But yeah, I imagine that it has a pretty big following of people. I'm constantly getting notifications.
Okay.
Social media, and we're always growing and growing into it.
I don't really use it all that much, but I do see other people use it.
Yeah, I use it.
Okay. We're gonna move on. I want to thank Mary for spending some time here with me.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
And thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome. She's adorable. I love her. And don't forget about Hop and Shop. It's coming up. March. Yeah, March. I was like, what? March? Yes. March 25th is Hop and Shop, and you can get all the details at LanAcie.net. So we do need to get into this deal with the East Wenatchee mayor and all that. But before we do talk about that, I want to get into this deal about what people are talking about with the cider mill, the Save the Cider Mill. I know. Take a deep breath.
Really have to breathe on that one.
Yeah, take a deep breath before we get into this.
Everyone take a deep breath. Work with us here. This is big.
So to give a quick background on what is happening with the cider mill by Pear Up, they are located in Kashmir as of right now. So they haven't always been located in Kashmir, but they're currently operating out of a cider mill in Kashmir. And the owners are Kevin and Stephanie Van Reenen, and they moved themselves and their 2 young daughters into the 100-year-old farmhouse on the property on 8 acres in Kashmir, and started operating out of the cider mill there, making Pear Up cider and seltzer and hard seltzer and non-alcoholic.
So you have your dream house and this amazing business on this one property.
Yeah. And then shortly after, even before their big grand opening, their neighbors start to harass them. Say just unwarranted, like not wanting a renovation of the property, not wanting any growth on the property, because now these are new owners, so they have a vision for, they're going to add a tasting room, and they want to bring in some live music and art painting classes, and
just basically people that purchased a home that didn't realize the zone in which they live, that want to, make this big kerfuffle out of nothing just for a small business to run.
Right. So the neighbors had lived there for, I don't know, decades, and they own 80 acres next door, but they have a shared roadway, shared driveway with the cider mill and the cider mill property. So that's where the problem came in, is that they have this shared roadway, which Kevin and Stephanie actually upgraded a bit to make it a better shared roadway. And anyway, so the complaints that the neighbors and were making were false. They would complain that they didn't have the right licensing or right permitting. They would make a complaint to the liquor control board that they were, pouring without a license in a tasting room, or there was something about didn't have the right business easement, which isn't even a real thing. And so all of these complaints turned out to be false or unwarranted by like the liquor control board or whoever else they were complaining to. But it kept escalating. And then it started to become like petty. Like the neighbor would plow into their electrical grid or electrical box or something, and then they had to pay for their electrical box to get fixed, but he did it on purpose. Or they were trying to plow the road clear during the winter time so that people could come out to the tasting room, and then the neighbor would like replow it so that snow was covering the road bridge so that no people couldn't get in. So they would replow it, and then he would replow it so it was blocked again. It was just like petty, childish stuff.
And there are people like that out there. It's sad. These are the types of people, unfortunately, that Kevin and his wife and his family have to deal with. And
people have to deal with this stuff all the time. It's not illegal. It's not illegal to do that. No. I just think that I'm just going to throw this out here. I think that since COVID and some police laws changed, that people have found themselves taking their own actions, close to being in trouble, but not close enough that they would get into any trouble. Sure. And I think that's where I'm seeing the Pear Cider Mill and this family go through. It's really unfortunate. It's if you've never been to the Pear Cider, I've been. You have to go. Yeah, you have to go. I have tried some of the Pear Up ciders that from some of the local businesses here in town, but it's not until you go to the mill that you really see like the selection, and they're great people. It's a fun time, and it's unfortunate that they are having to deal with some Debbie Downers who don't want to basically see them succeed, which we should be wanting to see each other succeed in life and supporting each other in life. And maybe they just have a wrong idea about what they think that this cider mill's potential is, or maybe they just want privacy. Who knows?
All I know is that I just am shocked that here there's this GoFundMe, you know, to help them, and people are complaining about it.
Well, that's the thing. So, you know, and all the stuff that they've been doing up to that point had not been illegal, and I probably would not have gotten involved. When I did decide to get involved was when I could see that their family was being physically threatened, right?
Right.
Then they started when I heard that the neighbor was he was threatening gun violence upon the family, like against Kevin, his wife, and their children. That's when I went, this is how we're doing business? This is how we're treating the people in our community? Like, if that was that could just as easily be me, because people don't always agree with me, how I run my business, how I live my life. And if at any point in time somebody came and threatened my family, I would hope that the rest of the community would be up in arms to protect me and Ryan and Trenton and Logan and Chewy, right?
I agree.
So that's when I went, not on my watch. I'm going to do whatever I can.
And they're just such a great family.
Right.
I think that's what's really bothering me, because I've had the opportunity to meet him and his wife and the kids, and they're just even their extended, they're just wonderful people.
Right.
It just, for me, it's just heartbreaking, because I see a family trying to do a really good thing, and at the same time of doing a really good thing.
Yeah, he's working hard. They're
putting in so much, and it's a business that they want to see grow and flourish. And I would just think that people want to support small business right now. I would think that would be where we should be going, right?
And he's not even that small of a business. He's he's a moderate, medium-sized business he's got his products distributed all over the country. But so you would think that it would take a little bit more than this to put him out. But they're struggling just like a lot of other people. So that's when I got involved, and I said, I'm going to go to my friend Siri. We're going to put together this video to just try and tell the story and gain some recognition and some exposure for what the story is. Right. And that's it. And if we can help mitigate some of the losses that they've had, having to get the courts involved, and they're relocating, court costs, lawyer costs, production loss, whatever it is. I mean, they're still operating. They're still distributing all over the country. The tasting room is still open. Go out there, people. Patronize them.
Worth the drive,
right?
It's a beautiful drive on top of it.
But I decided, as a licensed business, small business, that I would start this GoFundMe. Just to help them. That's it.
And I think that's what humanity's all about, right? Helping each other out. Yeah. And not what I've heard after the fact, right? Where it's, oh, Darling Productions is pocketing that money, not using it for what it's intended for.
Right.
And I'm just like, where do people come up with these?
So that's
the
ideas? Issue that we need to address here, is that that there are certain entities out there, certain people that are suggesting that this GoFundMe is a scam, and that it is not being run legit. So I just want to put it out there. I'm only going to say it once. I'm not going to say it again. The GoFundMe for Save the Cider Mill is run by a legit licensed business, and the beneficiaries for it are not even my business. The beneficiaries for it are going to Kevin and Stephanie Van Reenen directly. So if you do not feel comfortable donating to the GoFundMe, don't donate to the GoFundMe. You can write a check and send it right to Stephanie and Kevin, and it'll be doing exactly the same thing minus the GoFundMe charges.
Yep.
Probably even better. But, you know, it's there as a resource. And people are like, you should only use GoFundMe for medical, raise money for people's medical funds and medical. I'm like, what?
But this is their livelihood. They have a family, and they are putting in a lot of their own financial resources into this as it is. I think that wanting to help them out is what we should want to do as a community.
I love that my husband is calling me right now
during the live
I just
podcast.
Love that he's calling me when he knows that I do a live podcast between 12 and 2. I love that. He has zero understanding of my life. I just had to put that out there. I did not mean to interrupt you, but I just it's hilarious.
It's okay. We had a conversation about Ryan earlier, and that just kind of tied into that.
Oh my gosh.
To know Ryan is to know Ryan.
Yeah. So if you go over to the Kashmir, Washington Facebook group, there is the video, and you'll be able to see it's a really well produced video. And I love Janie puts the first comment on there. She says, for those of you concerned with the other side of the story, you can know all the proceedings. They're part of public record. You can go down to the courthouse, request copies. Absolutely. You totally can, because there were protection orders from both sides, and you can read through all of the court proceedings. And then it gets into the GoFundMe page and its integrity, but I've already addressed that. So there's some discussion, but I love discussion. I just thought that it was necessary for me to chime in at a certain point, because I like starting the conversation and letting other people have the conversation. But at a certain point, I needed to kind of interject, because I don't think that GoFundMes are just for, you know, people who have life-threatening diseases or things like that. I mean, I've seen people raise money for their kids to go on school trips, or it even says in here, I used it to raise money for hunting gear. I set it up to pay for my college tuition.
It's there for a variety of reasons, and people do actually use it for a variety of reasons. And if it's a legitimate reason,
why not?
Which this is, then why not? I mean, look, this family has done a lot for the community. Let's just face it. And without them, they're the oldest hard cider in the region, in the area, in the country, which is a big deal, right? So knowing that, wouldn't you want to keep something like that around?
Right.
I mean, I feel like that's really important and imperative to this valley to have a business like that.
And furthermore, Kevin Van Reenen is the president of the Kashmir Chamber of Commerce, and he is a huge advocate for tourism, for bringing in tourism out of the area. He wants to build up this region as the Napa of Washington State. He's talked about that over and over again, because we have 15 cideries within 25 miles. So he is all for free enterprise, for growth of this agriculture, of our history. He's just the epitome of what we think for a business owner to embody.
Right.
And we're not going to support him? What? People, what are you talking about? I don't get it. We're all flawed. We all have things. I'm flawed. There's no reason that, or maybe he didn't do this right or that right, or maybe he had that. We're all flawed. but his overall perspective on his business, his life as a father, as a family person, as a businessman, as a leader in the community, I don't know, I get with it. I support it.
I think we should put a link up.
Yeah,
I think that's what we should do. I think we should just put a link up for other people. They can go and take a look for themselves and see what it is that we're talking about. And I'm hoping that anyone that's watching does take the time to do it and does decide, man, you know what? Let's take a trip to the Cider Mill. It's a really great. It's just a really great location. I went. I had so much fun. I mean, I don't know if they still have the food vendor truck there, but the food was delicious. And it's not one of those things where you're going to get wasted. I just want to put that out there to people. I went and I tried 3 or 4 different pear ciders that they had, a couple that I've had before at other locations here in Wenatchee, and then a couple that I've never had before or seen before that they actually are big sellers nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
And I have had reservations about hard ciders, and this is very unique. This is very different than anything that you're going to find in a grocery store or a convenience store. This business is really important. So I urge everyone to go ahead and click on that link and take a look at what we're talking about and understanding why we want to keep this relevant and why we want to support Kevin and his family and want to just be better people, right? We want to be better people.
Well, I think we need to be better just to each other all the time.
Every day.
Yeah, right.
Every day.
And we talk about that a lot.
Yeah, the world is full of negativity and dark things constantly. And the only way that we are going to make it through and persevere is to come together and support each other, build each other up every day.
Thanks, Grayson. That was really nice. All right, I'm putting the link up there now so people can see it.
So click on that link. Click on that link and go and see why we want to keep the Pear Up Cider Mill open and in business. Why we're talking about this. Why we want to support Kevin and his family. Because this is really important. This business, like any business, is very important to our community.
Yeah. And I know that he has been talking with the Kashmir Chamber of Commerce, and they support him, but they are hesitant to support the GoFundMe page. So they also don't have an alternative to the GoFundMe that they would suggest. So I don't know what their solution is, except going out and actually being a patron of the tasting room and buying their product, which is always do that. Yeah, always do that.
But it's such a mixed signal. We support you, but we don't support you on this, but we support you.
Right.
It's a very mixed signals that I am taking away from that. But yes, go and click on the link that Nikki has put up there. And help this community save the Pear Up Cider Mill.
All right. Thanks, Grayson. We are, we have like 10 minutes left here in the program. I can't believe that it has gone by so fast today.
Right.
But before we go, I want to talk to you about some of the issues that are coming up in East Wenatchee. If you remember last week, I talked to you about the state of the cities. I went to a couple weeks ago. It was like probably 2 weeks from 2 weeks ago today. And at the end of it, I got to chat for just a few minutes with Jerrilea Crawford, who is the mayor of East Wenatchee. And it was a good conversation. And at the end, I went, just kind of had to throw my little pitch in there. And I went, there are a lot of local governments using podcasts to connect with their constituents. That's a pretty good sentence, right? There's a lot of local governments using podcasts to connect with their constituents. And she went, we've been really talking about that lately. Why? Let's talk about it some more. And I went, well, okay, yeah, let's talk about it some more. So I followed up with her as if you want to talk about more podcasting and how you can connect, let's do it. And wouldn't you know it, she connected me with her public information officer, who is none other than Trina Elms. Now that name might not mean anything to you, Grayson, but
it doesn't. But
it means a lot to me because I have literally known Trina since I moved here. So she was like, I'm going to have you talk to Trina Elms. And I went, yeah, my girl, there Trina. Yeah. And literally like 5 minutes later, I had a text message from Trina going, you want to get coffee? When are we going to have coffee? Let's have coffee. So we had coffee like the next morning and caught up and talked about a lot of different things that are going on because she's now working right alongside Jerrilea. It's like, why didn't I know this before? I've been living in my own little bubble for way too long. I don't live in a little bubble, but she said that they had been working on the like thought of maybe doing a podcast for different reasons. And I said, well, for one, it would really just like humanize the process of local government because everybody just thinks that you guys suck. And she said, well, that's probably why we would work with you because you just tell it like it is, Nikki, huh? And I was like, yes. Most people feel such a disconnect with their local government, right? They think whatever they have to say just falls on deaf ears. Or they think that there is such a gap in the information. Whatever is happening in local government, they have a gap in what that information is. Or they just don't care. I think there's two. There's the people who just like, I don't really care what's going on. Or there's the people who are like, I really do care what's going on, but I can't get the gosh darn information. Like the Confluence Parkway, $85 million there's going into this project that's supposed to start, and like nobody knows where the money's going. Or where's the freaking appropriations bill? Blah, 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 blah. Like people want to know about this stuff. So I asked you, like, what's the big issues in East Wenatchee, right? Okay. I know what the big issues are for Frank, but what are Jerrilea's big issues? What does she think? And she said this annexation plan. And I went, okay, you really need to, talk to me about this. What is that? So the annexation is the plan for East Wenatchee and its growth. Like we did talk about this in the State of the Cities last week, where we do expect to have about 1% of population growth per year. Now, Wenatchee has a bigger population than East Wenatchee, right? East Wenatchee has... I think she said about for Wenatchee's 30,000, East Wenatchee has about 18,000. So big difference. But so you think about like a 2,000 population increase per year over the course of 10 years. That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people at 1%.
At one, yeah. And where do those people go? Where are they going to live? And if we max out of our capacity for housing in 10 years, which is what is anticipated, and people are going to continue to be born and grow, be born and grow. Yes, they will continue to be born and grow, but also move here. They're not going to just stop wanting to move here just because we don't have any place to live. We have to figure out where to put them. So in East Wenatchee, their solution is to annex land from the county because that's naturally how it goes. And this is what Trina was explaining to me. And the good thing about this is that I am going to get Trina on as a community influencer, and she's going to end up being here on the program with me on a regular basis as a representative from the East Wenatchee Mayor's office, so that I can ask her these questions and have these conversations with her on the program.
Have they discussed at all, not to cut you off, but where they plan to annex the land from?
I'm sure they have some ideas. I don't know particular, but I know they're going to be on the outskirts. It's not, that's really all you have. The land on the outliers of the city, because naturally you want to have the larger population be in the cities, because that's how cities work. You have larger populations. So it's just making the outline of the city land larger, and then hopefully that land is available to develop on.
Correct.
Yeah. I can see
that's the most important.
You look very concerned about this. I can see it in your face.
I am, and I don't even live in East Wenatchee.
Why is it so concerning to you?
Well, one is a private family matter of why I'm concerned about it, and the other is just
you have family out on the outskirts of East Wenatchee.
My family's from East Wenatchee, so I mean, we go back so many generations. But I also just think about some of the land in the outer region of this landscape that they're talking about. Just what you said. Can you develop on that? There's a lot of land that can't be developed on the outer region. Well, I'm not really the word I'm trying to take out of my mouth, but when you look at how big it is, East Wenatchee, and the border, and we're going to take land from outside that, from the county, to grow it, which East Wenatchee has to do. They really do, because they just don't have the capacity. They don't have the homes that they need out there, and it's growing, and it's growing at the same rate as over here. You have to think about access and roads. And if the land is
but what's the alternative, Grayson? Like, if you don't go out, they're going to want to go up.
Right.
And nobody wants them to go up, because then we're going to lose our view. Nobody wants them to go up.
But up is kind of the way that it ends up going.
No, I don't know.
As much as
but the city and the people they have regulations. You can't go up unless we give them the okay to go up. Yeah, you can't. So that's the issue.
This is part of the conversation that has to be had.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying, I'm putting this out there because I know a lot of people have questions about some of the things that you're talking about right now. And so if they don't have like an idea of really where you're going with it, then it's like, oh, okay, sure. All right, fine. But this is
like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, but this is a big deal. And so to understand that outside of like the East Bench and all that, is any of that land, can we build on it? Is there wildlife refuge out there? So these are the things that, like, as citizen me ask, I would want to know. I would want to support the mayor and this big decision, but I would want to know more information about where these targeted areas of the outskirts of the boundaries lie.
Well, I think some of them are small little areas like cul-de-sacs on the end, that maybe they can develop houses on the ends of these cul-de-sacs that belong to the county, and that maybe just get annexed by the city at that point.
Correct.
Yeah. But other ones are bigger lots of land that maybe we can, talk to Trina about as we move closer. But I don't even know if this is actually going to be something that goes on to the ticket during the election. We're going to have to wait and see if that's something that Jerrilea is going to want to push through. But it is an issue. And the reason that we should care about it is because it ties directly into the homelessness and housing and funding that's coming in for that. And that is a huge deal for them. And we might not think that they're all related, but it is a cause and effect. Also these things with the dwelling units, the independent dwelling units, Wenatchee and East Wenatchee got some funding And East Wenatchee gets less funding because they have less of a population than Wenatchee does. So Wenatchee and East Wenatchee work collaboratively a lot on these things because East Wenatchee gets less funding. So they kind of collaborate their funds, and then they can work on bigger initiatives. So this independent dwelling unit, or I think that's what they're called. Yeah. They kind of group their funds together, and this is something that's going to be moving forward. They're bringing in like an architect they're going to fast track these plans so that anybody that wants to build another unit, a smaller unit for like an additional family member or an older family member or something, or want to rent it out for some extra income on the back of their property, they already have plans at the city.
Oh yeah, this is actually a hot topic for our state. This is something that Seattle's been going through actually for the last I have to say at least the last 5 or 6 years. And it's a big deal. It's a really big deal, but it does allow property owners to, like you just said, have their parents move in and build a little mother-in-law or put a tiny house or be able to rent out the space. But it also helps those in need of shelter have affordable housing.
Right.
And how it all ties together that people have to understand is that to get this rolling, we have to have a conversation, right? That's what we're doing right now. But it's also what the mayors have been having a conversation about here a lot longer than we think, because this isn't something that just kind of sprung up. This isn't something that Wenatchee stole from another big city in the state. This is a problem that they know that's going on through all of the town hall meetings that go on for both sides of the river. So you've got East Wenatchee and you got here in town. And I've been to some of these. And so this has been a conversation, the homelessness problem and what we're going to do. And some people might get a little skeptical about wanting to have these little smaller properties, like these little tiny houses or whatever on their property. But it helps us to grow, and it helps keep people in affordable housing. And that's kind of where we're at with it. And that's kind of what we need.
Well, I think it's part of an overall housing strategy.
It is.
Right? Like, where else can we fit? And I looked it up. It's accessory dwelling units. They're ADUs.
There we go.
Yeah, accessory dwelling units. So it's like, where else can we fit housing for people? Right? As people get older, maybe we could fit them behind, like I know we have a half an acre. We could absolutely put an ADU in the back part of our property and put another person there, right? Like whoever it might be. Our stepson, maybe.
We won't go there today, Nikki.
We're okay. We're almost at the end of this thing. Let's make it through.
But no, this is
another
really
show for another day.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you brought it up. It is a conversation, and I'm glad that you're bringing it up, because it up at the community level. So all the people who don't go to any of these town hall meetings that are held, it's important to get out there so you see what's going on. I
want to make these topics accessible and break them down into bite-sizable pieces for people like me who are like, what is going on? Like I need people to break it down for me into like, why is this relevant to me in my life when I have so many other things going on? Why is this important to me? Right?
Exactly.
Motion sensors on the lights. We just lost our. The LanAcie is like, it's after 2. You have to go.
We're shutting down.
We're shutting down. No. We do. For people who are just tuning in, we are at LanAcie Boutique. We hope that you come by and see us. If you haven't gotten a chance, look behind Grayson. This is most of the store that you can see. But it is an awesome store, and they do get new stuff in all the time. Like we actually just saw Brittany. Was it Brittany from the cute little crochet shop, and she was bringing in, and there you go, Dream Tweet Crochet, and she was bringing in some new stock. So they are always having some new stuff. We had a jam-packed show today.
And guys,
Whew.
It's okay to come in here. It's not an overpowering smell, but your lady would really like anything they've got in here. And there is stuff for guys in here
There
too.
is.
So it's not just
look, that
for-
whole
for
corner is, look, don't you see? The whole
Yeah.
corner is like,
it's all decked
It's a
out.
man-
it's obvious
man
that
corner.
It's the man corner.
mm-hmm. All right, Darling Productions Live is going to be doing karaoke at the Wenatchee Wild for St. Hatrick's Night. Get your tickets at WenatcheeWildHockey.com. We are available for private parties and kids' parties, corporate events, expos. We are going to be at the KPQ Home Expo on the 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever that weekend is, 3 days. We're available for holiday parties and work events, all that stuff. We love it. So book us now, darlingproductionswa.com. Thank you so much for helping me out today, Grayson. You are awesome.
Of course. And I just want to reiterate that come out and support the Wenatchee Bighorns. They've got a game coming up on Thursday, March 2nd. Tip-off is at 7:05 at the Town Toyota Center.
Awesome. And right at the bottom of the screen, you can see our subscription, www.supercast.com. That's how you can be part of the What's Up Wenatchee community. We really do appreciate everybody who has been subscribing so far. I want to thank our guests on the program today, Mary Hart, the owner and operator of this awesome boutique, and all of her vendors that are here in the store as well. Tickets for Hop and Shop are on sale now until they sell out. Go to LanAcie.net to pick up your experience. We'll be back next week for another episode of What's Up Wenatchee, and we'll be teaming up with our friends, I think, at the Time Capsule, or maybe Badger Mountain, or maybe Serve Wenatchee. They're all on Orondo Avenue. One of them is going to be paired up with us, and we're going to be getting you ready for rails and ales.
Yeah.
Yes, right. That is when Mission Ridge brings the snow down from the mountain and we see the competition. It is going to be such fun. Mara Roy is going to join us and she's going to let us know what to expect for this year's free community event. And you can join the What's Up Wenatchee community at supercast.com and always get updated and caught up on all the past episodes of What's Up Wenatchee on our YouTube page. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Whatever you're doing, enjoy the sunshine, and I hope it doesn't snow anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that freak couple inches of snow.
Oy. All right. Say goodbye, Grayson.
Hey, goodbye, Grayson. I'm just joking. Hey, have a great weekend, everybody.
All right. And thank you again for being with us on another episode of What's Up Wenatchee. My name is Nikki Darling, and I really, really do appreciate you all being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.